Well, Tesla Model 3 is in the news again because that never happens. By never, I mean always, because this was supposed to be the Model 3 year and rough start, but now that it's kicking some butt, there are more good news that it's hopefully going to continue. But and this time in Europe, as you know, Model 3s are going to start deliveries in February. But now we kind of know in what numbers. And there are also a couple new countries that might be getting Model 3, which you'll kind of never guess. I'll share that with you guys coming up next. Taking over the world, electrifying the world. E4 Electric. Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source of unbiased electric car news. If you are new here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button so you don't miss anything moving forward. I know I still don't have my voice, but bear with me here. Probably a few more days. Obviously, all this talking is probably not helping. But anyway, all right. So Tesla Model 3, huge success in the United States, especially now. I think they're up to like 140,000 of them made, beating all the records, competing with legacy manufacturers and their models. But now, as you know, it will be released in the world to dominate it, at least in the near future. And that, of course, will start with Europe. Now, we knew that's happening in February. They announced it, but what they didn't announce, and this is, I guess, report is coming out from European a station called Focus WTV. They're reporting that it expected that Tesla will be importing into Europe 3,000 Model 3s per month, which is pretty significant, right? By then, they'll probably be at about 6,500, maybe 7,000 Model 3 productions per month. So they will keep 4,000 for North America, US and Canada, and then the rest 3,000 will be delivered in Europe. And listen, get ready to have it shattered all records once again. I can't wait to see how it's going to do in Norway. Granted that they will be importing them as many as people are willing to buy. And now, interesting thing, they also said that it looks that way that the assembly is not going to happen at their Netherlands factory, which usually happens with the Model S and Model X. It's actually going to happen kind of right there on the spot. And then they're going to clean them up and I guess start shipping them to different parts of Europe to be delivered. And I definitely can wait. Now, as you know, Tesla is still pushing, making the final push to deliver as many Model 3s and all Tesla's Model S and Model X's here in the United States. So as many people as possible can get that full $7,500 tax credit. And listen, it will be first real test for Tesla to see if they can keep their sales up here in North America, even with a cut tax credit. Now, don't forget, Tesla Model S and Model S, well, especially Tesla Model S, has gone up in price by about $10,000 on its own, as far as the base price is concerned. So, and sales are just fine. Let's see if the tax credit being cut in half makes any difference. Now, it looks like Tesla also will be exporting Model 3 in a couple of new countries that I didn't know before. Let me tell you what they are. Of course, before that, I want to remind you that this video and this channel is sponsored by Climate Exchange. They're a nonprofit organization and they're holding a raffle on the New Year's Day. They're raffling off not one, not two, three different brand new Teslas. You can buy tickets still if you are in the United States, and they're not going to be selling more than 4,000 of those. So their chances are pretty damn good. The tickets are $250. There's a link in the description of this video so you can buy one, two, or three. They make great holiday gifts too for your friends, co-workers, or whatever. But don't be jealous when they win that actual Tesla. All right. Even if you don't win, you'll still be contributing to a great cause of moving our economy towards a low carbon future. So thank you to Climate Exchange. All right, so there are a couple of countries that I didn't realize might be getting Model 3 sooner rather than later. Now, first one is Japan. Apparently, they are going to, this is the first time I'm hearing this, they're going to be delivering Model 3s in Japan in the second part of this year. As you know, that electric market is dominated by Nissan Leaf, obviously local brand. About 4,000, I think, 4,000 a month. They're delivering more than double of what they're selling here in the United States. Again, I still don't understand why. It can be a demand, but we'll see how they do in 2019. I'm very interested to see how Model 3 is going to compete with the Nissan Leaf. In the Japanese market, I think that's going to be another really, really good test for the Model 3 and for Tesla to see how they do it in Japan. Now, but another country that I didn't even think of, even though some of you guys have been asking me, what about Elon's motherland, right? Well, apparently it's a possibility. Somebody asked him about it a couple of days ago, and he said probably by the end of this year. Now, I don't know if it's more of a kind of a nostalgia kind of a thing for him, or maybe it does make sense for Tesla to expand in South Africa. I'm not really sure if there is an infrastructure or demand for these cars. I don't even know what the tariffs are there, and even if there are none, might be a tough market. But hey, listen, I would understand on a personal level. I would understand, and I'm sure we'll, just have one service center or whatever, maybe a small fleet. But that would be interesting to see if he actually brings it back to his motherland, because I think that would be a very almost touching moment, if you ask me. All right, well, listen, this next few months are going to be a huge test for the Model 3 and for Tesla to see how they sell them in Europe, to see how they sell them in the US after the tax rebate gets cut in half. I have a feeling they're going to do pretty well, especially in the beginning, but then we'll see what happens later in the year once they're going to get some competition from other brands releasing their new cars as well. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Other than that, see you next time, and remember to stay charged.